Good evening, people. Welcome back to another video. John Sinclair TV, and tonight is the John Maisy Football Show. Yes, people, welcome back to another content video. John Sinclair TV back again, and tonight I've got one of the most talented lasses on the podcast, Maisy. Good evening to you, Maisy.
Hello, John. How are you? And it's a pleasure to be on the channel.
Thank you so much indeed again, and it's always great to have you on there on a Tuesday. And without you, sort of, I don't know what happens, you know what I mean? So, yeah, if you do like the video, like what you see, then please hit the like button. Also, if you like the video, like what you see, hit the subscribe button as well. And also, if you like to super chat, then click on the $sign. If you'd like to become a member, then please click on the join button as well. So tonight we're going to talk about Maisy's team. We're going to talk about my team. We're going to talk about a bit of transfer latest as well. And not only that, we are going to talk about other things as well. We've got to cram it in. So if I'll go on to, we'll talk about Maisy's team. And big up to Blue Podcast again, 1:37 this afternoon, banging. And big up to Niall again. Hope John Maisy both keeping well, absolutely fine. And I've also let's have this as well because the comments are flying and quick, thick, and fast, by the way, which is good. Guys, if you haven't already subscribed, I read that race on the road to 700 to 1K, and I've got like to collaborate sort of, and I've put a channel in my description as well on my channel, so it helps out a bit. And John, the big question as well, Maisy, what's the thoughts on rumours that Timber might be signing in Darwin Núñez and Benfica?
People who know me know I'm a big fan of Timber. He's probably one of my favourite centre-backs about. Núñez, great player for Benfica. Of course, they're the great players they have, but they're still just rumours at the end of the day. So I don't want to get my hopes up too much unless it's sealed and done.
Fair enough. We've been linked to Darwin Núñez as well, and
everyone's linked to Núñez. Use us, Liverpool, Manchester City. Near enough every single Premier League club who can afford him is linked to Darwin Núñez. So someone's going to be let down, or he might just end up staying at Benfica because I think they've estimated minimum 70 million, and if the rumours are correct that Ten Hag has only got 100 to 150 transfer budget, is Núñez the right choice to go for?
I tell you what, he's one of the hottest properties in Europe, European football in a minute. And
he truly is.
And he's been a lot of people saying that, oh, can he hack in the Premier League? And the guy is 6'2". I think he can. The guy is 6'2", and
young.
He's quick. He is young.
He's very young. He's only 21. So he'd be hitting his prime in the Premier League. So, yeah, he'd be hitting his prime. That would be the same with Timber, though, because Timber's only 20. If he signed, for instance, a 5-year deal at Manchester United, he would be hitting his prime at the club. He's very quick. His tackles are immense. I've rated the guy for quite a long time. So I think what Ten Hag is going to look at doing, he'll probably want to raid Ajax, and there's a few players who he's interested in, like Frankie de Jong. I've heard that they're looking at 70 million for him, or a swap deal with Rashford and Tellez. That was another option I've heard. Plus, Ten Hag is a big admirer of Bergwijn from Tottenham, and he's wanted him at Ajax for quite a while. But the reason why he hasn't gone to Ajax is because Ajax can't afford his wages.
Well, that's the thing. We should be all over this guy as well, Bergwijn. So we should be over him as well. I think it'd be brilliant for Newcastle. This one's going to hit those balls. We have had a decent winger, right? I mean, ASM, I love him, but we have had a decent winger who can cross that ball and ended up hit the striker's head in the back of the net. We've not seen that for ages, man. But that's going to be changed in the summer. But look, I think Bergwijn did a good sign for him. Tim as well would be brilliant for you as well. Nunes would be fantastic as well. And that's a good question there now. Thanks so much. Big up to Luca, by the way. And he got Permsy on this channel as well, which I haven't watched, but I heard is fantastic. And big up to Macy as well. Now, it's a question you both. Now, United out to the top 4. Can you see Man U finishing some, or if? We're going to talk about that as well. I mean, my opinion, I think Man United's done for the top 4 because they got beat off Arsenal 3-1. And apparently they played quite well. But the problem is, when Bruno missed that penalty, then that totally changed everything. It changed everything. I mean, in your opinion, Mace, do you think Man U's are done for the top 4? I mean, looking at it now, I think they are, you know.
You know, I've had doubts about the top 4 since that Watford defeat, that 4-1 defeat, because I always thought if you can lose against arguably one of the worst teams in the Premier League, what hopes do you have against other teams? And not just that, you're drawing against the Aston Villas. You've lost 3 points against the worst Everton side I've ever seen. Arsenal have picked up points where really Manchester United, we were shocking. We look like we don't want to play. We look like we don't look like we don't care. We really, and I know we did mention about of course, Bruno taking the penalty, and Bruno Fernandes, brilliant player. I've loved the guy to pieces, and I think some Manchester United fans are quite, how can I say, small-minded when they come to Bruno Fernandes. They don't seem to remember what Bruno Fernandes has truly done for this club, where we would have been without him. And this is why I really, really love the guy, and why I don't want him to be dropped. But you look at it and think, you've got Cristiano Ronaldo playing. Why is he not taking the penalty? Who has took the last so many penalties because Bruno missed the one against Aston Villa? It didn't make no sense to me whatsoever. And even Alex Telles, who honestly, I was so angry after the Arsenal game, even he took penalties all the time for Porto. Why not even Telles? I'm not saying like Telles is a brilliant player, but he's good at his penalties. We've seen that. So I really don't understand it, to be honest. I really, really don't.
I think it's an absolute joke what's going on at the club. Like, I watched the first score, man. I mean, you look at it again, if people haven't seen it, if I was crossed it in, then everyone missed it. Tellers missed it, right? I think, I don't know who else, one or two missed it. Varane missed it as well.
And Tellers missed the first bit.
Missed the first bit. Then it fell for Saka. Saka, made a good save from Saka. It fell to the lad who crossed the bar, which is Tavares, and he puts it in the back of the net. But what sort of defending is that? I mean, and you can't even blame Harry Maguire for that because he didn't even flip in play.
Exactly. You probably would blame Maguire somewhere, but you need to look at it right. Tellers, for me, he is our best person in terms of free kicks, corners, set pieces. He is definitely, for me, the best player for that. Correct. However, defensively, he is awful. I thought he was improving a little bit, and I even said, give Tellers game time. He needs the game time because you can never really judge a player. And when you're seeing him, you thought, oh yeah, he's got them glimpses. But when now he's having that game time, he's not doing it. So maybe it's because he's probably thinking, oh, I don't really have that competition. Luke Shaw's out now for the rest of the season. I'm here, kind of thing. But that shouldn't be the case at all. Varane, I love Varane. I like Varane for quite a long time, but it always takes a bit for a player to adjust, especially coming from a foreign league, coming to the Premier League, and that's not without, of course, him having his injuries and what's going on with the club right now. But if you look at overall, he hasn't really been too good, but you can never, I wouldn't judge a player too much based off the first season, because you need to see on how they get it, if they improve into the second. But is his injuries more than anything for me? His injury record isn't that good, and perhaps maybe we need to look at doing some kind of, how can I say, different kind of training or something for Varane, just so we can stop getting these injuries. Because whilst Varane is going to always pick up these injuries, Manchester United is never going to have a solid back four. And if you're not going to have a solid back four, and you're not going to be defensively structured like the Man Cities, like the Liverpools, even like the Chelseas, you're not going to win trophies, because it's the defence what wins your trophies at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to have a strong defence. If you have a good goalkeeper like De Gea, you have a strong back four. That wins you titles, it wins you cups, it wins you major honours. Do you know what I mean? But I'm afraid to say, until you make that huge change, then United are never ever going to win a title again. And don't expect Ten Hag to come in and win the title in his very first season. It's 3 matches has done that.
A lot of players a lot of fans are thinking that, and it's stupid. All I can say is very stupid who do think that.
Exactly. There's 3 managers has done that. Mourinho, right? Well, Jose's done it, Conte's done it, and Pellegrini's done it. Yeah, came in and won the title in the first season. It won't happen to anytime soon. ETH, by the way, I do apologise. Timber, good man. That's from Luca. And Timber and Nunev will be great signings from United. John, question for you. Can you see us being Visual FC with signings? It looks like it, doesn't it? I mean, we've got Bruno Guimaraes, we've got Joe Linton. I'm going to come to those both later on. We're after Paqueta as well. There's one thing I'd love to get as well. Newcastle is, excuse me, Burma for Torino as well. That guy can absolutely play. He can play at the back. Torino in Italian football, brilliant. And he's Brazilian too. Hasn't won a cap, by the way, but it's going to be a bother. Now, live 750s anyway, so I'll pop in for you lots. So you need to sign Nunev and someone. Yep, that's very true. Big up to Dave, by the way, and Maisy. Looking forward to the team finishing above the London Manx for the first time in the Premier League next season. Wow, that'll be amazing. If you finish about them, I don't mean you're going to win a title. You got to go above City and Liverpool to win a title. And Lucas, not in 6:30. That's your live, mate. I'll go for as well. I had to change due to something came up. Some post on the Instagram story. Bruno Penny's laughing about it. I think he's having a good time, Luca, because he beat you on Saturday. And just go for as well. Seems TV United came back. Hi, guys. Hope you're well. Pick up the Jack, by the way. Do subscribe to my channel, Jack, if you can, miss. I'm sure you have done. Luca, be careful what you wish for. Spurs and Liverpool still beat us. It's true. Hi, Jack, as well. Everyone's saying hi to people. I'll go through it as well. And Liverpool beat them. We need to win 4 out of 5 games, and that'll be enough. I think Lucas confident that Arsenal is going to get that top 4 spot. Big up to Jules, by the way. Why didn't Ronaldo hit the penalty, then grab the ball straight off? And now he should have took it. I mean, the way he took it, I think he'll miss anyway. Let's be real. And hope you're all poorly. Hope you're canny, my guy. Hope you're okay. And Ferran Shite, you might have changed. Maisy. Wow. And big up to Leicester Till I Die. Chris, I hope you're okay. He's got a cracking channel. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, please do so. Leicester Till I Die TV. What a great guy. He's a character, by the way, as well. And big up to BL Duff as well. And what advice would you give the son of Jordy from Canada about keeping expectation realistic? Starting to see Newcastle being linked to every player that's out there, and it's just not realistic. Listen, we got to compete, yeah? We're the richest club in the world, yeah? We got to get top quality players. I'm not saying world beaters like a Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe sort of thing. We're not going to get them. No way. But at the end of the day, what we need, right, is someone's going to improve the team. Go out and buy Fito Osimhen. Go out and buy Pierre Holberg as well, because he could do tough midfield as well. Go out and buy quality players. Like, we need to get players out of the club. I mean, Coutinho's being linked to us as well. I'm not sure we're going to get him. So we'd rather get someone younger sort of thing. So there you go. Chus, I don't think Chus got a channel, Luca, mate. He hasn't. What does United are done means? That means they'll not get a top 4 spot, mate. They're done. Their top 4 hopes is over. Hi, John Maisy. What's going through your Bruno's mind? Let Ronaldo. He has a tragic lot. Let him have it. And it's effing Ronaldo, mate. Wow.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
Ronaldo should have took the penalty, and I said even Alex Telles should have took the penalty over Bruno Fernandes. And that was only the third penalty Bruno's ever missed for Manchester United. So missing 3 penalties in 2 seasons, and especially 2 just this season. One of them was actually against Hughes, if you remember. His first ever penalty he missed was actually against Hughes.
Yeah, St James's Park. I remember that.
Yeah. I do worry about Bruno, but I'm just hoping that he will just pick up his form, because if you want me to be honest, I thought Bruno who's not fully fit makes more of an impact than Bruno who's not on the pitch at all. I really genuinely believe that, because when Bruno doesn't play, we're so dry creatively. We're very, very dry. No one's there to provide. And I know people say, well, we got Sancho, but Sancho does a couple of balls, but Alanga doesn't really provide. He's more of a shooter. Ronaldo doesn't provide. Who's going to provide to Ronaldo? Ronaldo can't provide to himself. Pogba's out now. Scott McTominay is not creative. Fred is a bit more creative than Scott, but he isn't exactly creative. Matic is a defensive midfielder. You've got Telles, who he can provide a little bit. Dallow's awful. So realistically, if there's no Bruno, who is really going to provide?
Yeah, I totally agree, man. I totally agree. I mean, some of these players are not good enough, by the way. I mean, Scott McTominay, excuse me, I'll keep him. I'll keep McTominay, yeah? When fans are saying, like, oh, we miss McTominay, right? It just goes to show how far the club has gone. Do you know what I mean? I mean, he's not Roy Keane, yeah? He's not a Brian Robson, yeah? Let's be real. Right, he had some cracking players playing for Man United over the years, and this is, I've got to say it again, this is the worst Man United team I have seen in years and years and years. In fact, we're like since 1974-75 when they got relegated, yeah. And let's be real, the team that got relegated 74-75, they will beat the ones off today. I can't lie. I'm going to be quite honest with you. You know what I mean? Absolutely shocking. And let's be real again, right? I always said that Hug's going to come in. He's going to be ruthless. He's going to be ruthless coming in. I could see half of those players going out. If I was a United fan, I would say, you know what? If we play the kids for the first season, right, and just say 8th or 9th for the first season, do you know what? I'd take it, because you know why? It's building. Improve on that and get like top 6. Improve on that and fight for the title, yeah? Because, yes, we will, right? I was going to take a long time for that team to rebuild. And I think your football club, yeah, honestly, like those players are taking the wholesale mick, and this should never, ever happen at your football club, yeah? Because for me, right, you should be beating teams like Real Madrid's and Liverpool's on the Barca sort of thing, yeah? But I'm afraid you're just so many years behind them, by the way. And I'm sorry to say that.
I agree. You know I mean? I completely agree. We are far behind from all these other teams, and the way we play, we don't deserve Champions League football. Usually, I don't think anyone realistically wants 4th spot, but I think that we really don't deserve it. And if we do get it, we're not gonna deserve it, because you look at Arsenal's had a better season. Tottenham are improving under Conte, and you can't exactly blame Ralph. It is football doesn't suit the players. The players are lazy and they don't care. I'm not obviously just going to pin it down on the players, because you look at Darren Fletcher, what the hell is his role? No one knows what Darren Fletcher does. He's literally just like a man who just stands about, like giving orders. Even Ralph doesn't know what Darren Fletcher does. So if Ralph doesn't know, how's everyone else meant to know what he does? And of course, there's other things. There's loads of different things that you can blame it on, but it all solely you can't solely blame it on one specific thing. I know people always say the Glazers need to be out, and I do also agree with that. But you look at other factors as well. Like you look at the players. Why are you giving them so much wages? They're not caring. You look at we've overworked a lot of these players as well. But yeah, we've just been very inconsistent, and it's just we've just been awful. And it's got to the point where you even think to yourself, who we're gonna win against. You're literally thinking to yourself who you're gonna win against, and when you're thinking that you are going to lose, that is the worst thing. Like I even said on the Liverpool preview on my channel, we're gonna get battered. I know Jack's in the live chat before, so he'll back me up on that. I said we'll get battered 6-0. I literally said it. We'll get battered 6-0. And that's how I genuinely felt, because we are not at that level of Liverpool or Manchester City. And I don't think that many teams will be like that.
No, you're right. Absolutely right. You can see the goal after 3 minutes against Liverpool, and same against Arsenal. I mean, the plans got out for the win, that sort of thing. Yeah, poor goals conceded. Absolutely shocking. And I tell you, when Paul Pogba goes after 10 minutes, I didn't think he was injured. He just didn't fancy it. Honest to God, he did not fancy it. And the less I say about him, the better. Let's go on to this one as well. Question both of you: who would be your ideal summer signings in the summer?
To be honest, we need a defensive midfielder. So you always need to look at what position is mostly needed in your team. Like you probably say for Newcastle, a striker is probably what you need the most. And for us, is a defensive midfielder. The squad is a lot more balanced with Matic. And if you want me to be honest, I know a lot of people will be like, what, Maisy? But my ideal signing would actually be Calvin Phillips from Leeds.
Yeah. I think it'd be a good signing for you. You need someone strong in the middle.
I wanted him for years. A lot of people probably think, oh, is it because of the Euros? I actually wanted him when he was playing in the Championship. I thought he was a remarkable player. Knowing that Gareth Southgate pinned him out as soon as he got out of the Championship, it says a lot about the player he is. And I think the only reason why he hasn't been getting into the England squad recently is because he's had injuries this season. Otherwise, he would be in there.
Totally agree, man. Absolutely agree, 110%. And, you know, if you can get him, that'd be a great start. But I don't think Leeds fans will be happy with that sort of thing. But
we've got Cantona. We had Cantona, Alan Smith, Rio Ferdinand. We have done deals with Leeds. Maybe they might not be as forgiving now, but we've got take your chances.
You just take the best players available. Simple as that. But hey ho. Well, good luck at that one. I hope you get them if you do get them. John, what's on your social media's name and share stream, which you called out people in tweets? So anyone watched last night, please check it out, people. Please check it out. Right, it was absolutely fantastic last night. I really enjoyed doing it. You know what I mean? Naming and shaming them for having to go at Newcastle. Yeah. Being jealousy, being salty about our club spending money and being 9th in the minutes, yeah. And I'll tell you what as well, I mean, I enjoy doing it. I have no gripes about doing it as well. And people say it should be a regular thing, but I will do it from time to time. I will do. And when I find them, I name and shame them like I did yesterday. And it was absolutely brilliant. I enjoyed it, man. I had 70 people watched it yesterday. So that's the reason why. So thank you so much for people watching it. And Maisy is on them as well. And it was absolutely, I thought it was a brilliant content as well. And Lee Goddard does it as well. So we move swiftly on. Now, too late to like and watch and comment. And you need to get rid of the Eagles at your football club. That's some rules. By the way, Maisy, welcome back, CF and Sound. Missed last week, so I hope you behaved. And that's some BL.
Come on, BL. I always behave like, yeah, I'm always behaving.
Bless. And big up to Kieran, by the way. Can we have Lingard next season, please? I take Lingard. I take him.
You'll have him on a free, though. So, yeah, it's entirely up to you. If you want to have him, he doesn't want to sign a deal at Man United. Not bothered by Lingard. He's actually on 300. How much was it now? I actually sent it to Luca today because I said to Luca, "Oh, our wages are scandalous," and I don't think Luca realised how much his wages were. But Lingard on a monthly basis is 300k a month. His wages.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree there. Oh, this is something now, right? Oh, you know that song that Super Meta Teta? I think Luca will probably know exactly what I'm on about, yeah? I mean, I can say about Eddie Howe as well. You know, he says, we go Super Eric Ten Hag, you know, exactly what we need. I'm at the back.
Ronaldo doesn't play at the back. I think you might have to change that.
Yeah, I was going to say that as well. But man at the back, one on attack. Man United's going to Champions League. Yeah, oh, wait, no, that was you. Conference.
Yeah, we got Super Eric Ten Hag. He knows exactly what we need. Varane at the back, Ronaldo at the attack. Yeah, Ronaldo at the attack, not Ronaldo at the the back.
I'm not you, Jesse.
Yeah.
There you go. I think brilliant, Mark. Say keep it at the back, max it attack. We're going for the Champions League, and that's brilliant, man. That's a brilliant one, yeah. And thanks for that, man. They got to Luca again. Varane will get better. He will do. You got to give him a second season. I think it'd be fantastic. A lot of haters on social media after what Newcastle has done. Absolutely, mate. I mean, Sodom, yeah. I've done yesterday. I don't know if you've. What do you think of it yesterday? What I've done? What do you think of that stream I've done yesterday?
It's a good idea to do because I can see that it's quite different, isn't it? And you just need to do what's best for you and your channel.
Absolutely. Got no regrets on it, and I think that's brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. I should make it a regular thing, but I'll do it when anyone says. I'll just collect them and I'll just read them, sort of thing. John, your thoughts on Newcastle here as all the salty people and jealousy people on social media being so obsessed with Newcastle, rent-free. Listen, at the end of the day, right, they can be as salty as much as they want. They can be jealous as much as they want, yeah? But at the end of the day, we've got a takeover. There's not a lot you can do about it. And if we're going to compete, we will compete. 14-year Mike Ashley, yeah? Fighting mid-table every single season, right? He's happy finishing 17th. 2 allegations, right, in 14 years ownership, yeah? We want a club who can dream, yeah? These owners has come in and made our fans happy, yeah? We are going to come after one of your clubs, yeah? You look at the clubs, right? You got Spurs. Is Conte going to be the next season? Man U having a rebuilding process. Chelsea, yeah? They got ownership problems, yeah? Forget Man City and Liverpool. Those 2 are elite clubs in the Premier League, yeah? Arsenal, yeah? I think it'll get better next season, yeah? I think Newcastle will get top 6 next season. I really do. If you get the sounders right, get a quality striker like Osimhen, right? I think we're going to be fine. I think you'd be top 6 next season. Let's be real, yeah? And when we do, I think the Premier League and all those NUFC haters sort of thing, right? We'll be crying in the souls, yeah? Just cry as much as you want, people. If people get jealous, just keep crying, yeah? Because you know what? It's our time. It's going to be our time. So there you go. Sorry about the rant. That's how it is. And question is both. Do you rate Mönchengladbach for Newhouse?
I don't know him. I don't know him very well, so I don't really want to comment on a player that I don't really know too much about. It won't be right to.
I don't as well. I don't know the lad sort of thing, and that's a new one to me. But I know it's not a wind-up one because honestly, Liverpool is pretty good on this football as well. Not worried about winning the title next season, John. I just long to see it to my lovely man Kawhi. We're better than years. We're coming so close on the Keegan, so I would love it. He needs Bishop of them next season. But listen, at the end of the day, I would love to. I'd love to win a title with Newcastle. I'm 52, and I tell you what, I don't want to wait another 10 years. I can't be bothered. I won't be doing YouTube at 60. There's no way. I'll probably be over the hill for it at 60. You never know. Sorry, Lester Todd. I know he's 61, but he looks 21. What do you think? Do you think you get top 4? I'm going to give it 2 or 3 seasons and we'll be there. If we get the right signings, then why not? The way Eddie Howe's competing, if he brings this year's results into the new season, then we'll be top 4, 110%. I can't lie, yeah? And it's nice to dream. And does Maisy thinks Ten Hag's the right man to turn United around and really be given time and funds? That's from Chris.
You never know who really is the right man for the job until he's actually in the job. You've just got to take the risks. In terms of the time, yes, he will be given the time. He's actually set up a plan with Manchester United, a 5-year plan. And in terms of the funds, he's getting around 100 to 150 grand for his 150 million, for his first transfer window. So, of course, if we sell people as well, the transfer budget is going to increase depending on who we sell. Plus, we're getting rid of quite a few players as well. We've got 5 players leaving, and that's not without people who want to be sold.
Absolutely.
So the wage budget is going to go down massively after this transfer window because Cavani alone is on a million a month. Pogba is on 1.6 million a month wages wise. Lingard is on 300k a month. Mata is on 650k a month. So you're looking at them and Matic is on roughly around the same as Mata. So the wage bill is going to drop massively, especially with these players who's going to be leaving.
Absolutely. I mean, in my opinion, he needs the time. You've got to give managers time. 110%.
We've got that plan. We've got that plan. So To be honest, you need to look at it as in the first season, he's going to adapt just as well as the new players. So you can call it a bit of an experiment season. I'd say by the time you get into season 3, you need to be in the top 4. You need to be getting out of these. You need to be getting out of the Champions League group stages, blah, 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 blah. And then when it comes to season 5, this is when you need to be challenging for the league. And I think that is what Manchester United has done, because Ten Hag has put the laws here down on the board, and the Glazers are saying, this is what I want at Manchester United. If you have this plan with me, if you help me with this transfer window, blah, 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 I will come to United. If you're not hitting my expectations, I don't want to sign. And the board, the Glazers said, yes. So he's put the law down before he's even came.
Do you know what it is? Well said, well said. And these Glazers just got to get that decision, got to get that appointment right. Absolutely right. Give him time. It's as simple as that's a good question there, Chris, by the way. Big up to Alex, by the way, and Two Views Stato. If you haven't checked him out, he's also on the Two Views channel. Check him out. He could be on there tonight, and he's the coolest guy on the chat. And big up to you. Fun fact, Carl Darlow saved Fernandez. Wow. And how much dead wood? And who should he get rid of?
So there's 5 already projected to leave because they're out of contract. Martial is supposed to be leaving because Martial isn't happy at the club. He's wanting. Ralph doesn't like Wan-Bissaka or Bayer, so I think they could be both on their way out also. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm getting the wage budget here again. Bayer's on 320 grand a month. Dean Henderson is not happy at the club, but I think with Ten Hag, he actually wanted Dean Henderson on loan, so I think he might actually stay one season to see if he might see what he can do. But if, for example, he does leave, the wage bill for Dean Henderson, 400k a month, will go down as well. So it's a lot of wages what could potentially go down, and that's going to only help us.
Yeah. Absolutely. We see what happens in the summer. I see you do buy, and then see it's going to be fun at your team. But let's hope that you start well as Newcastle as well. And John, do you feel Newcastle need to sign a goalkeeper, new goalkeeper who are upgrades on Dolo de Braca? I keep de Braca as a number 2. We definitely need a quality keeper that's going to play out from the back. That's what we need. I've got not against Martin de Braca. I think he's a fantastic keeper. But Eddie Howe feels that he needs a keeper that's going to play the ball out from the back, and that's a good distribution as well. But that's not having to dig at Martin. At the end of the day, right, he needs competition, and Darla's going to be out at the end of the season. Gillespie and Woodman, they're both done as well. I really do think that. But that's the question. And yeah, I think he's definitely after a keeper. And Dean Henderson's name has been linked a lot, but now Eric is back. I just don't think he's going to go anywhere soon. Who do you think is going to go down with Everton? Who's going to go down, Everton or Burnley? For me, I'm going to say Everton.
Everton, I agree too. I think Burnley can step up, and they have been stepping up. They're picking up points. So I actually think Burnley will be the ones who stay up. I know a lot of people, I don't like Burnley anti-football, but what's Everton done to warrant the place into the Premier League, stay in the Premier League? Because they haven't. To be honest, it'd be pretty funny to see their new, beautiful Goodison Park at the Docks in the Championship.
Bosh. Absolutely mad. Oh, brilliant, man. You got to edit that, by the way. I think that's a brilliant one as well. Mush. 32 minutes 50. Bosh. Do you feel Ten Hag would get the best out of Sancho? For me, yes, he will.
Yep, I agree also. And Sancho, he's another player who needed time to adapt. This season hasn't been good for Sancho, but knowing everything what's going on at Man United. But second season, he knows a bit what the Premier League's like, because people say, well, he's played in the Premier League at Man City. He didn't play in the Premier League at Man City. He was in their youth. So this is his first proper season, and even when you see Dortmund, is statistically wise, he wasn't that good his first season at Dortmund. He just needs time to get into the squad, blend in, and we know Sancho is actually improving every single game. You can see them little bits of improvement. It's just that we need him to just step up that little bit for next season, and I think he will do that, and I know he's up for that as well. I think he's a great player, Sancho.
Yeah, he is. I think he'll be brilliant next season as well. With the right training, right culture. He's a brilliant player. I'm a fan of him, and he's done well at Dortmund. I think he's been fantastic. He really, really has. And John Maisy, do you think Newcastle will get Rashford? We are linked to him today. I don't want him personally, but for me, I just don't think he's interested in football at the minute. I think his form has been absolutely poor out this season. I can't lie. I think he's more into food, school foods as well. Which big up to him outside of work. But on the pitch, he's been absolutely shocking.
Yeah, and people think it's only been this season. It's the Euro blues and stuff like that. I think it's been like with Rashford since 2020. His form hasn't been that good whatsoever. I think it's been ever since that shoulder injury, what he picked up against Chelsea, before COVID. That's where I really seen that about Rashford, and I just think he hasn't been the same since. Personally, I don't think he will go to another Premier League club. I think he will end up going to abroad if he does leave, maybe La Liga or Ligue 1 Uber Eats. Actually, let me just rephrase that. I just thought I'd get in the Uber Eats bit, by the way.
Yeah, he'd probably get a low moving Serie A sort of thing. Like, I'll tell you what, if he goes to the Milan club or Juve or Napoli, I think it'd do him a world of good. I think it's a different culture at the club. Technically, it's a tactical league. I think Marcus Rashford should get away for the whole thing in the UK and try and look in Serie A. I think it'll change his career. And you got players like Aaron Hickey as well. He's been fantastic for Bologna, the left back. I'd take him all day long. I mean, I just paid the money up, 20 million for left back, corner left back. Pay the money up now. This guy is going to be a world beater. And he scored 5 goals for Bologna out of the season. Great player. Big up to Alex, the real one, by the way. He's the real one. He's my bro, right? Bruno, but Bruno doesn't play for Man United. Man United have an attacker called Fernandes. Guimaraes is the real Bruno. Wow. But he's been brilliant. I'll comment to him in a bit. Do you feel Ten Hag will get the best out of Ronaldo and Maguire? Busy, by the way.
It's an hard one. It's a hard one. You can say that the manager can get the best out of all players, but you need to also think as well that it's about who suits Ten Hag, and everyone is gonna. How can I say it's just gonna be an experiment season for everyone, because these players. You look at De Gea. Look how many times he's had to adapt to people's style of play. He's adapted to David Moyes, Van Gaal, Jose Mourinho's, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's, Michael Carrick's, and now Ralph's. And then, of course, he's had Alex Ferguson. 7 different managers. Come on.
Crazy,
let's just include Ryan Giggs. He was an interim manager for a bit as well.
He's done all right. But obviously he wasn't the bigger name. And when Horsey came in, he was done. He was done straight away. I mean, you should have stayed at the backroom staff. You're doing great. But, the less said about Ryan, the better, if I'm honest. But recent bit, he's got a court case coming up as well. So we'll not discuss it on here. But I know what you mean. But it shouldn't be the worst team, not with the players they have. It's the case, the worst manager and the coach of late. I mean, for me, that's all. In my opinion, it's just the worst Man United team. You have to agree with that one, Macy.
Yeah, I do see what Chris is coming from in terms of the players who we do have. We should be doing a lot better, because you've got Ronaldo, you've got Varane, you've got Sancho, blah, 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 blah. But you can't always solely blame the coaches. It's always about how. Yeah, Ralph has even come out and said that he's giving instructions to players and they're blatantly ignoring it on the pitch. You can't even blame Ralph for them kind of situations. You've got to blame the players, because they don't want to listen, because they don't care.
Yeah, that's just the thing. I mean, the players' attitude is wrong. It's absolutely wrong. And not this time. I think the holiday camp is over, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? But we'll see what happens in the summer. Thoughts on Conte going to PSG and Poch going back to Spurs? In my opinion, right, I think if Spurs let Conte go, that'd be stupid. It'd be great for us, but I think it'd be Poch going back to Spurs. I think he's a great manager. He's a Spurs legend. That'd be a backward step. With me personally, I kick Conte all day long, but you've got to listen to Conte. You've got to back him. You've got to trust his project as well. Back the money, and I think Conte would do great things at Tottenham. They've been linked with De Vrij today for Inter Milan, 17 million quid. Also, Newcastle's been linked with Hallberg as well for 30 million quid, according to reports in the Mirror today. And you know what? I think Alex will check up on that as well, I'm sure. But if that is true, I think he'd do a great job in the midfield. Hallberg, he got a bite in the midfield. And I think Shelby's time would be over if he does come. Because I think he's a good player. I really do.
Yeah,
so do you
in
think
terms
Conte?
of Conte, for me, I actually don't think Spurs will let him go. I think that Conte will try and do one more season. Depending how much he gets backed in this transfer window. If he gets backed, he'll stay one more season. So in terms of Poch, enjoy your cocktail somewhere. He'll probably end up finding somewhere. I think if Poch goes anywhere, I have a feeling he might go Real Madrid. I just have that small feeling in the bottom of my mind. But I think Conte will want. I don't know why he's gone to Spurs, but Conte is one of the kind of managers who like short-term success. He wants to win everything wherever he's at, and for some reason, I just think if he goes to PSG, I don't think he will want to go to PSG, not because of the players, but the mentality in the Champions League. That's what I personally think anyway. But I still question of why it takes so why they haven't why they got him anyway. Why Conte decided, let's go to Spurs.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm amazed Conte went back for a second time for asking, but hey ho, he's here and he's a top manager. He's a top five manager in the world in the elite stage. I think Conte's up there with the very best for me. For me, Paqueta's a must get. Also Jesus, but Mitro do a Lingard will be a good botman, and Koulibaly botman as will sign in Milan. I could tell that right away, a 5-year deal. And if you get top four, like this in and have Tooney, he means Ivan Toney for good measure. I wouldn't take Toney. Top five will be there to grab. I wouldn't take Toney back. I wouldn't. But if he does come, I will back the guy 110%. Without serious heart surgery, as described as Radnick, I truly believe Newcastle will finish above Man U next season. I think we will. Also, so many teams that's on top two has been inconsistent this season, not just Man United. That's a fair shout, Leicester. Chris, sorry. Do you guys see Jesus going to Arsenal and Haaland going to Man City? Both answers, yes, I think that's a possibility. Also, also been linked with Victor Osimhen as well for Napoli as well. So it's Newcastle. Osimhen wants to join Arsenal over Newcastle, right? But Arsenal will not pay 85 million quid for him. Yeah, it's simple as that. And Newcastle can pay the money. But I would want a player's going to come to Newcastle 110%. And that is the thing. I don't want them coming over just for the paycheck. I do not want them coming over out of pity. I want them to come over to play for the badge first. And the fans going to remember your name for the back of your shirt. I think Alex agrees with this as well on that one. Gutter don't have a home game, remain against United. I'm confident for good win. I think we beat Man United. Anyway, I'm sorry, Macy. We would have beat today.
You probably will. Anyway, at this moment in time, as I've said before, you're literally getting to the point where you actually don't know if we will win a game. I was literally looking at the games remaining that we have, and I'm even uncertain for Crystal Palace. And if you asked me that a year ago, I would have said, nah, we'll win them. But now I'm like, I don't know.
Wow. We'll see. That would be tough, man. That would be very interesting, man. But I think we would have won that game. I think you would have won you at Old Trafford as well. I can't lie. But sorry.
We're better away, though, than at Old Trafford, aren't we?
You are?
We've always been better away. And how we've got to the point where we went over 30 games unbeaten away to not even winning games, it's questionable.
It's a madness, isn't it? It's an absolute madness. But that's down to the players' mentality. And unfortunately, their mentality is not very good at late. Man, you're always going to go off every star player. And it seems like team chemistry suffers. Don't want to see two go down the same road. So Alex kept the swirl heads in check. Can Eddie Howe? We're going to do the fan forum tomorrow, and we are going to discuss Eddie Howe. And why would he go to Arsenal? That's now I was asking Alex, by the way. Now that we know it wasn't all his players, I've always said that. What are your thoughts on Oli now? He always be a Man U legend. He will always be a Man U legend, yeah. But he should have given him to the end of the season. Simple as that, in my opinion. The players are thrown under the bus, in my opinion.
Yeah, I've always liked Oli though. I like Oli as a manager, and I think that the players shit on him. Sorry for the language, John. I think even the fans did, because Oli was absolutely bullied on social media. Even before the game starts, it was trending Oli out. That was how bad it was. And Yes, we didn't win trophies, but you could see improvements every single year under Ollie, and that is why I kept my faith in Ollie. Compared to all the other managers, he had passion for the club. He loved the club, and he brought the best out of Bruno Fernandes. We've seen Harry Maguire's arguably best season under Ole. And of course, that Wan-Bissaka was miles better under Ole. Everything was miles better under Ole. And how he got this team to second place, people say, well, it's because Liverpool's declining. It was because Chelsea was declining. But isn't that the same as why people say this is why Spurs and Arsenal, West Ham, Wolves, blah, 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 is all competing for top 6? Because other teams are declining in places. This is why people are compete for different things, because there's always someone who's declining. Like Liverpool are competing for the league now because Manchester City declined in places of the season. So, yeah, this is the thing. They didn't give him much credit. And I think the way they sacked him with Ole, they should have either done it at the end of the season, or they should have done it during international break, which they didn't, or they should have done it, or they should have done it before the season started. But I think personally, maybe it was the wrong decision to perhaps give Ollie the contract extension. He still had another till the end of the season, so we could have just renewed that. And we know that because of the manager he is and he loves the club, he would have probably renewed that. Well, that's what I personally think, anyways. But with the materials that he had, I think he done well, because don't forget, he still had the same squad what Ralph has got. He still had 2 strikers over the age of 30. It's just a difficult one that I didn't. I liked him, but if you asked another Manchester United fan, they'd probably say some disgusting, toxic thing, because even United fans are blaming Ollie for losses now. That is how petty our fan base is. They're still blaming Ollie.
It's ridiculous. It's a madness. It's just throwing them under the bus, and that's exactly what they've done. I'm sorry, but I mean, he's done a good job at Man United. I really do think that. But look, at the end of the day, I think he could have got you in the top 4, top 5 if given more time. But it's just not to be. Big up to Mike and Jenna. I'm thinking we can get a draw at Liverpool if we try our hardest. Not expecting points from City. I agree. John, are you Man U? No, I'm not. If you say it again, Tom, I'm going to put it on time. Yeah, because he's not getting game time at Man City. That's on Jesus, by the way, telling Alex as well. Have you seen the team photos on Instagram? Some strange shenanigans has been going on with Joe Linton's arm. I've seen the team bonding. I haven't seen the shenanigans what's going on. I have to look at that, mate. I'm going to have to look at that. John, are you becoming a red yet? Tony the Red? No, I'm not. And it's a shame that Tony is not here today. I don't know where he's gone, but I think he's had everything you, Macy, I think. But he does say that he loves you, by the way. But this is good news. And we won pretty much everything there is to win at the age of 25 years old. Newcastle are in need of a quality right-wing attacker. We have a Brazilian contingent. We make more sense than Arsenal as a project youth. That's what I call it, project youth at Arsenal. So, Luca, if you're watching in, it's the project youth on Arteta. And evening, John. Big up to you, Callum. Hope you're okay. Nice to see Maisy back. And John, thoughts on Jordan Pickford being linked to Newcastle? That ain't going to happen anytime soon. Do not. If Jordan Pickford comes to Newcastle United, I'm done. I am done as a fan. People
think about it though. Did Ramsdale think the same about Arsenal? Arsenal fans think the same about Ramsdale, and look how Ramsdale became.
Yeah, absolutely. You never know, but nah, not for me. I'd take Aaron Ramsdale over this guy. It's not going to happen. People skipping us off the rumour list when mentioning Arsenal, West Ham need to get real with the position we're in now. They're not here to participate anyone. Well said, Alex. Thank you so much, man. Big up to Gary, by the way. Didn't realise the time. It's now 10 to 7 early. We've got to fly for this. You've got another show to go. Hi, John and Macy. Glad to see team. No, I'm not a red. Right, Mason's a red. I'm not a red. I'm black or white. Look at me background. Right, it does say Old Trafford. Right, there you go. There you go. It says St. James's Park. And John, can you sing Bruno's song? You wears a magic hat for the viewers? No, I will another time. Not today. I've probably seen the Eddie Howe one. We got Super Eddie Howe. He knows exactly what you need. Keep it at the back. Maxi in the tag. We got the Champions League in 4-year time. I love that song. We're not getting Pickford to Backers better every day. Let on Mac will never come here. Definitely not. And don't see him starting much at Arsenal. That's fair enough. And John and Lee Gunner should do a stream together. Wow. I tell you what, can you imagine that, Macy? Me and Lee Gunner. I tell you what,
the legend John with Lee Gunner. It's not the legend Lee Gunner, it's the legend John with Lee Gunner.
Thank you very much, man. That would be a dream. If I grab him sort of, that'd be an absolute dream, my guy. Honestly, Lee, you watching? Let us know, and I'll come on yours, mate, and you can come on mine as well. That would be absolutely brilliant. Believe if you go down, if Burnley win at Watford, that's where you come. Sorry about your teammate. That's not good at your club. Need to get some wins. Fernandes plays better than games and close stores. That's Ricky D. Lingard, 300k a month, 75k a week. Did you say? I tell you what,
300k a month. That is correct. If I just work that out monthly for you, though, on a weekly basis for you, I'm gonna actually work it out. So if you work that out, calculator 300. So he would be costing 69k a week for you.
Is that again one more time?
69k a week for Lingard, or based on his current wages.
Well, I think he'd probably have some more than that. It's Adrian want a big slice of the pie because he's going to be on the free. He probably want double fit as well because he'd be on the free. And free transfers, it works out a lot more money. But at the end of the day, right, if he wants to play games, right, then he's going to have to
take the pay
come with a reasonable wage. Exactly, pay the wage. Quite simple as that. Otherwise, he'd be on his own. I don't want him to. I like Jesse, by the way. I think he's going to improve the team. So there you go. I got a tweet. I got some messages from Ken, by the way. Why are you sad to agree, man? I'm not. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm not a red. I'm black and white. So there you go. Callum from Alex, Jesus was start at Arsenal and Newcastle. My point is that we're a better project. The owner's plan is to be ahead of Arsenal in several seasons anyway. The choice is obvious. Alex talks a lot of sense, by the way. Yeah. I think he'd be brilliant as a, tactic guru as well, but I think it'd be fantastic. Might actually is go, I think 6 or 7 people in Summer 22. He's asking 7 players. Happy birthday, Newcastle, from No More Mike Ashley. That's not over yet. John's 52, which I am. 4 years 18, age well, man. Thank you so much, Mike. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you. And Smooth Talker, me? Wow. We get this flying, and she'll say the Stato, Alex, have I missed anything about Jesus? Apparently, Arsenal's been linked to him, and people are saying that we should be after him as well. All right, Juice, well, just going to go for it as well. I'm sorry, this flipping chat is absolutely jumpy as well, man. I've got a gooner as well, by the way. I've got quite a few. If I don't read your messages, I'm sorry. It's going to be a short program tonight, and I don't want to be rude. I've got no super chats yet, which I can't read to. And sorry about this. Where do you expect you to finish next season with the new manager, Ed Ten Hag?
I'd probably say about 5th or 6th. I will probably say I don't think we'll get Champions League. I think we'll finish Europa League. It's just going to be a long process, in my opinion, with the players leaving and the players bringing in. It's just more of an experiment season. So if we finish 6th, but then we have improvements every single season after, I'm not going to complain. Yeah,
I have to agree. I have to agree with you there, sort of thing. But 5th or 6th would be fantastic for you in this first season. I can remember when Pep came in first season, got them 5th. So, and they knew it's a long process, yeah. And the process got to be right. You got to trust the process, people. Trust the process. But just going to fly for as well. And, just going to feel his comments as well before I wrap up as well. Yeah, my point was Jesus to start 38 games out of 38. Whether also may only play 25 or more in Europe than the Premier League. The media reports link us to players to Arsenal, West Ham, Spurs, United, and missing us from the list. again, in certain scenarios, top 6 agenda must be challenged. We're going to challenge for the top 6 this year. I really can see that. We expect the team to compete with us and City in the next 4 to 6 years' time for the title. Just a matter of time, really long, as the club has the right structure in place. And for the manager as well. And if I can't read your comments, guys, I do apologise because it's going to be a short show. And we'd love an exhibition for 30 million that's been tarted about. And if teams like Newcastle, Villa, Leicester, Wolves are to rise from mediocrity, we must challenge a media narrative. Do you know what it is? Again, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Alex. And even or Don Van de Beek wants to know if you can come to the tunes on in a relegation battle, whether I can come on £9.50 a week and polish for Bruno's boots. What do you make of that one? Dolly's turned Newcastle down because you don't want to play in a relegation fight.
Funny. I think it's funny. It's just his ego, isn't it? He thinks, oh, Everton's a good team, but we're not. Sorry, Richo. Is it Richo in the chat?
Yeah, Richo, Everton. Yeah, Everton fan as well. All fans come on my channel anytime. 100%, mate. They want to ignore us, but considering a lot of the media are beer standards, so if they say a surprise, definitely not. Hope it's the Ian, and Jack. Question you both: are you going to the game? I'm going to the match on Saturday. I will not be doing the watch along, unfortunately. But Maisy's going to. Are you going to the last match?
No, I'm not going. No, I went to last. No, I'm not going to any. I went to United women last on Sunday. We drew 0-0, so Champions League gone for that team for the women's as well.
Fantastic. Good for you. And give it a couple more minutes before you go on to the show. Punch goes on about the top 6 team being the cream of the land. Well, there's other big clubs in the Premier League that rarely gets a positive mention, such as Newcastle, Leeds, Everton, Wolves, Villa, and the likes. Well said. You're absolutely so right. So right. So we're going to wrap up there, people, because you got a show at 7 o'clock, haven't you? Is that the Lasses and Red again?
No, it's on my channel. I'm doing a Man United versus Chelsea preview. Doing it with Ankit from Almighty Blues and Prasanna, who won my quiz.
Yeah, actually, I'll be on your quiz as well, by the way. I'll get 2 guesses, by the way, if I go on your guesses again. Is it 2 or just a 1? Just a 1?
I'll think about it, John.
Thank you very much, because I'm the best. I'm the best. And just a couple more comments as well. Lisa in trouble, Russ running. Yeah, I've seen it as well. And who's going to win the Premier League? I'd like to see Liverpool, Everton get relegated. Everton get relegated. That will be the perfect scenario to rub it in the Scouts.
We can dream, Jordan. We can dream.
is I can see him going down, by the way. Who's better alongside Sancho? That'll be discussed another time. And I'm going to please let as well. And that's all I'm going to say as well. I'm sorry I can't read all the comments. And Maisie, where do you find on your socials, babe?
My YouTube channel is Devils United. I do all content for Manchester United, and you can find me on my Twitter, which is @2_MUFC Maze.
Absolutely fantastic. And then all the links in the description as well. Do follow her channel as well. Do follow the Twitter account as well. She's absolutely outstanding. Hickey's outstanding hearts for 3 seasons ago. My guy, great young Scottish talent. I'd take him all day long. Rashford on loan to Roma with Firmino. It could revive his career. I tell you what, if he goes to Roma, I think I'll be right there. And guys, that's it. I'm going to wrap up there. But I have 50 people watching live as well. Thank you so much to each everyone. I can go for another hour, by the way, because this channel's lit. And if you do like the channel, like what you see, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You can also follow us on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Insta. It's all out there as well. And if you like to super chat, click on the join on the donate button, the $. And if you like to become a member, then please click on the join button as well. And I'm sorry about and also just about to who Spurs get as a world-class manager, leave a horse that club back. And last one as well, got to go get ready for your own show. Big up John Maisy, YouTube's answers to Phil and Holly. Phil Schofield and Holly, whatever her name is.
Phil Schofield and Holly Willoughby.
Fantastic. And this is the very last one as well for a wrap off. Congratulations, Fulham promotions to the Premier League this year. And the promotion 23-24. Honestly, think we should just give the Premier League 4 more spaces to stop yo-yo clubs. It's getting ridiculous. Wow. No problem at all. Listen, I'm going to wrap up there. I know, Paul, that's a good comment, by the way, about Conte. But you're going to have to wrap up. But we definitely see you. We're going to see you on your channel soon next week, or on yours?
Yeah. Next Thursday, we're going to do a Newcastle special about Newcastle, from how they've changed from relegation fight to now.
Fantastic stuff. Well, guys, thanks for watching John Maisy Football Show. It's been fantastic, and have a fantastic evening. And I shall speak to you in background for 2 minutes, and then thanks for watching and